everyone to Grown Ups the podcast. Hi Ellie, how are you?
Hey girl, I'm good. I'm shining.
Yeah, I think the light makes us look shinier than we actually do.
If anyone is watching this, like you can literally see the reflection of my light in my head. Wow. Um, no, I'm good, darling. Guys, literally right now, I am sat practically in my PJs, ready for bed. The teeth are brushed. I'm ready for bed. And Meggie has just got in from work. She's still looking very polished. I must admit, your eyebrows are looking lovely today.
Really? I don't really do much to my brows
They
actually.
look like, do you know when everyone gets their eyebrows laminated? That's what they're
Yeah,
giving.
they do. They look like that on camera. I don't think they look like that in real life. That's really weird actually.
They look lovely. I was just watching lots of videos about that today. Actually, I was deciding whether I wanted to get it done, and then I was like, "Girl, that's not you, please. I'm low maintenance. I should not beg it. It's fine." Tell me about your week, sweetheart. How has it been? Because you've been in the office all week.
Oh, Ellie, I've actually missed speaking to you because I've had such a stressful time.
Oh, sweetheart. Guys, we haven't recorded for a whole 2 weeks. Like, this is so unlike us. Hit me with it, darling. What's been happening?
I just like I've basically just completed the week of craziness, but I was put on so many projects. I was like, which is fine, like I can handle it, but sometimes working with clients is really difficult. And I was put on this project which is about shipping, right? And
Yeah.
I needed an engineer on it because I don't understand motors and things like that, obviously, because that's not
Wow.
my background. And so there's someone in my company who is that person, and she was down to do it. We signed the contract. When it came to delivering the work, she was like, I can't do it anymore. I've been put on this other project. And I'm like,
Absolutely not.
I'm not a fucking engineer. I can't do it. So I was panicking. I had to write the report on my own. I sent it off to them. They came back with 1,000,001 questions. It was so hard. Like, honestly, it was so difficult. Then I had a call with them and they were like, we're going to record this so we can reference back to it. Ellie, when I say it's like one of the most challenging projects I've ever worked on.
Were you on the call by yourself?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It was so difficult.
Immediately asked for a raise. What the hell?
Girl, honestly. And then this week I've had 3 speaking arrangements. So hence why I look like this.
Yeah, you look lovely.
Otherwise I wouldn't put in that much effort. But the people that I was delivering these engagements with were so useless. Like, these men that I was working with weren't doing their slides on time. I had to guide them on what they were saying. Like, I was babysitting 50-year-old men. Like, it was so difficult. And I'm just like, this is no. And I complained to my manager. Like, my manager escalated it. The good thing about all of this is that my manager is always on my side with all of these things. But then I got added onto another speaking thing, which I'm grateful for, but like, I just don't have time for it because 7 people at work got fired.
Oh.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say they went off sick. I was thinking, girl, me too. It's so ill right now.
If they were sick, I wouldn't mind. They got fired, and one of them, like 2 of them were like my friends. One of them I really respect, and like, I always thought me and him were on the same level. If not, he was on a higher level because he's been there longer. So then I start, and this is all happening the same day as that shipping project, yeah? So I'm like panicking because I'm like, if he's dispensable, I'm dispensable. Like, in my head, we're the same. And like, turmoil.
Meggie, this is wild. Did you find out why they got fired?
Yeah, well, basically, there was a massive fuck up in budgets, and like, his project wasn't being funded anymore. And it was just a bit of a mad thing, to be honest, like, company wide. But I mean, I spoke to my manager about it. And the good thing is, because my manager is quite high up, she sees things like this coming. So if it ever happens to me, I'll have ample warning. But it's not nice. Like, it's scary. It's very scary. But it's weird now because I was so like in the eye of the tornado. Now the storm has passed. Like, it's Friday. It's Friday night, and I finished everything I needed to finish. Do you know what I mean?
You must feel A, exhausted, but B, amazing.
Like, yeah, I definitely feel like, okay, now I have time to focus on my actual projects and not like on all of these side things that I was not meant to originally be doing. But yeah, I'm feeling better.
I still can't get over the fact that woman let you sign the contract, said she was going to help you and then didn't help you. I actually think that should be illegal. That is criminal.
No, my manager was fuming, and I was like, I'm fuming too, but I actually don't have time to argue with her because now I need to learn about shipping. Like,
Fucking
and
hell.
she sent like an email and she escalated it and stuff, but at the end of the day, she didn't help me. So, bitch.
Damn, yes, bitch. Oh my god.
And I actually liked her before this, you know. I'm like, how could you do this to me? I respected her before this.
Criminal. Oh my god. Bruv, lately, yeah, at work, there's been times when, like, because I leave think my team don't help me because I was an on-job person. But you know, you're so busy, yeah, and you know you've got it. Like,
Yeah.
I know if something needs to be done, I can do it overnight. I'll just work the whole night and
It's going to get done. Yeah, exactly.
So there was something I left till like the last minute. I left myself a day to do the whole thing, yeah? And I was like, breeze, I'll just stay up late. So I stayed up till like 3 a.m. doing it, easy peasy. And then I realized there was like commercial in it and it needed other teams.
Oh.
And I was like, shit. So then I went to my manager the next day and I was like, look, it's done on time, but we're missing this whole section. And he was like, mate, they're so busy. He was like, just call them and tell them. And they were really nice. They got someone on it straight away and they helped me. But yeah.
Having managers on side, no, for real, having managers on side is so important because, my goodness, like all
my manager could have
things...
killed me. Yeah, he could have been fuming. He could have been like, what the hell? You should not have left this so last minute. But he's so lovely. He was like, don't worry about it. Just ask them to help you quickly.
I think we're very lucky with our managers, to be fair.
So lucky, honestly.
Yeah.
Someone, I went to like a thing on Wednesday and someone was like to me, oh, how's your podcast going? And it made me deep. Like when we started the podcast, I hated my job. And like the whole reason we started this podcast because we used to just moan and be like, oh my God, I'm really struggling. And now, even though we still like quote unquote moan, we do love our jobs, which is so refreshing.
No, it's true. You know what? Like what this period has shown me is because I remember like the last time I was under pressure was Philippines, which again, super grateful for, super blessed, blah, blah, blah. But I was literally like crying about it, like physically crying about it. And this time I was like, nah, you got through that last time. Like you did it. You can do it. It's going to get done. So, but it's like, it's really like mental. Like I have to talk myself off jumping off the ledge. I can feel the anxiety rising. Like I physically feel it. And I'm like, I have to I have to watch a TED talk. I have to listen to some gospel. I have to read a verse. Like I have to do so much to talk myself off a ledge. It's so hard, but it's better than like, I talk myself off it. But it's like, it's, I don't know how like what analogy to use, but it's like, it's rising and I'm like, push it down. And it rises again. I'm like, no. Don't feel it. Like it's insane. Anxiety is so insane for work. Like it's actually ridiculous.
Sis, I hear it. I actually hear it. My back problems have taught me that I'm under stress 24/7, you know? Like even when I'm not stressed, my body feels stressed.
Yeah.
Like I always sit up like this. I have so many problems with like this area. If you're not watching this, like the bit between your neck and your shoulder.
Or like,
yeah, bruv, it's because I sit with my shoulders up. I'm always tensed.
Yeah.
Always. I actually went for a nice, bruv. I bought, guys, so in between like us recording this pod and our last episode, it was Billy's birthday, so my boyfriend's birthday.
Oh yeah.
And for his birthday, I bought him an acupuncture, like an hour. It was like an hour and a half long acupuncture and massage session.
Wow, okay.
And like I was sick, I was sad, and I said to him, I was like, babe, I bought you this for your birthday, but I'm taking it by the way. And I went,
no, you
I took it back. I said, Billy, I need it more than you.
Wait, so what are you getting him for his birthday?
I took him out for a really nice meal, and then I got him a jumper instead from like this brand he really likes.
I'm so dead. You were like, this was your present, yeah? But I actually need it more.
I was like, I need to tell you that I bought it so you know that the thought was there, but you're not having it anymore.
Oh my, if he did that to you, it'd be so different.
Oh, I'll be like, you better book me in too. You better book me in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. But it has made me realise that I sit really tense.
But did it help? Like, did the acupuncture and massage? I still haven't had acupuncture yet. I feel like I need to try it out.
I'm obsessed with acupuncture. I love it. It does help, definitely. But it's not like a one and done. You need it consistently for it to do anything. And I was having it consistently through my insurance. But obviously my physio was like, you shouldn't be having this consistently. I don't know why she just didn't allow it. Like, you're getting paid.
Yeah, man.
My other physio who does my knee, she's like, yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. She'll give me as much money. Like, she'll let me spend as much money as I possibly want. But this one that's doing my neck, she's like, no. And then I've been referred to a specialist, yeah? Sorry, I'm just waffling on now. But
Awful.
the light is staying off. I've been referred to a specialist, and they diagnosed me with something. It's called, but it was a spinal specialist, so he sent me to a neurological one because he doesn't think my issue is spinal. And it's called, I'd like to say cystic.
Fibrosis.
No, it's dystonia, cystic dystonia, or something like that.
What is that?
It basically means that the muscles in between your neck and your shoulders, yeah, for those not watching, are different strengths. And so that's why I have a lot of pain in my left-hand side. And my insurance, they were like, oh, you've been referred again. Cool. Did they let you know like a little bit about what the issue was? And I was like, oh, they said it might be X, but obviously they're not a professional in that area. And they were like, oh, if it is that, there's no cure. So you need to go to the NHS and we can't provide you insurance. I was thinking, bruv, when I go to this specialist, I've got my appointment on the 14th of November. I'm going to say to them, do not diagnose me with that. Can you just say I need more acupuncture? Because
If it helps, yeah.
yeah, my sister said she does it with her insurance. Where
Okay.
she'll just tell them to say she needs something else and they'll keep chopping and changing it. Because
Is
please,
it?
like, if people are paying for insurance, we should be able to milk the insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bloody
Yeah.
hell.
Anyways, ran over. But other than that, yeah, darling, it's been lovely. Had my acupuncture. Went out for Billy's birthday. We went to Hawksmoor.
Oh, I've heard of that. Is there
He
like a steak
loves.
place or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves it. He said it was the best steak of his life. I had monkfish. I don't think they're that good at doing monkfish, if I'm being honest. I've had better. But obviously
Yeah.
they're a steak restaurant, so I can't hate.
Yeah.
But the cocktails were lovely. I'm really back in my cocktail era.
Really?
Yeah, just like a nice spicy cocktail.
Spice margarita.
Yes. I had those when I went to Dishoom. Do you know when they put like what is it, like a chili around the rim?
Yes.
10 out of 10.
I know, I completely agree.
Yeah, absolutely love it. But that's been me. Other than that, I've also realised that I just cannot work during working hours. Anytime I've had
Wasn't
I only worked 2 days this week, yeah, because I had the rest of the week off. And I worked till like 4 a.m. both days and then didn't work during the day. And I was like, why did I do that?
Why? Actually, why? Were you at
almost-
least doing something interesting between your 9 to 5?
I was just chatting, just going downstairs, having a chat on my phone. I was like, bitch. I think because when I have a deadline, yeah, I don't like working under pressure. So I like getting the work done the day before.
Is that not more under pressure?
No, because I know I have all night. I'm like, time is unlimited. Do you know what I mean? Whereas
You
during the
make it
day,
make
time
sense.
is limited. Make it make sense. Like, sis, it needs to stop. It needs to stop because it's becoming habit.
Yeah,
I've been doing this for a
can't.
while now.
You can't. You really can't.
Yeah, I need to start being an early bird, not a night owl. Yeah, I need to sort it out. But yeah. Oh, other than that, look at me with all my updates. The acne is acne, and I'm confused as to why. It's become cystic.
Oh,
I've not had this for years.
Let's talk about it. This is my favourite worst topic ever.
When is your dermatological appointment? Is it in May?
No, it's November 11th.
November.
But,
Oh, it's so soon.
yeah, but I found out that I can't go on the medication yet because I'm going to India and your skin gets really sensitive. Like, fam, my friend went on it and he's just finished his round and he was like you literally, like, you'll touch your skin and it'll start bleeding. Like, you'll put on trousers wrong and you'll start bleeding. And so he said...
It affects every inch of your body, not just your face.
Your whole skin. Yeah, your whole body. You get... Bro, sorry. I don't care at this point. Like, you do not get wet.
I've heard that, yeah.
Because it's mad dehydrating and you have to, like... Sometimes you have to do kidney tests and stuff because it's so dehydrating, which is why you can't drink alcohol.
Wow.
Because your liver is already doing overtime. And it's just like... it's just so intense. So anyways, it makes your skin really sensitive to the sun. So it's actually better to go on it in the winter. But because I'm going to India, um, I need to reschedule well, I'm gonna call them and see what they say. But
Yeah.
I don't think I'll go on it until next year. Ugh, I'm so sick of it. I'm genuinely so sick of it.
Sis, yeah, I don't really know what's going on. Because my skin was 10 out of 10. Like, obviously not 10
Yeah,
out of
your
10 for
skin
a
was
person who has
calm.
clear skin, but it was 10 out of 10 for a person who has suffered with acne. Like, I
Yeah.
was well happy with it. I had little spots here and there, but they would be gone within like a week to 2 weeks.
Mm.
Now they're under the skin ones.
Oh,
That
those are the
cannot,
worst because they're
yeah,
painful.
really painful. And they're like mountains. Like, I will turn my face to the side and you can see it.
Guys, if you're listening, look in your mirror or look at your phone. If you don't have acne, you better start praying and thanking God for your blessings, because I think
Innit?
people think it's just like a cosmetic thing where it's like, oh, that's so jarring. No, it's physically painful. It's stressful. It's like, oh, it's so mental and physical. Like it's like the worst thing. Like it's such a curse.
Yes.
Uncurse me, please.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I'm hacking it at the moment. It's all around like my chin / lower cheek area. So I'm bearing with it. Because also, like, I have no shame. When I was younger, I would not leave the house with my face like this. Now I'm like, bitch, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went out today, did not put any makeup on at all. I was like, who am I? Who am I impressing? Honestly.
Who am I? No, for real.
Yes. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe in future something will need to be done. We'll see.
Difficult, very difficult.
Nightmare. But honestly, I could go on. There's been so many updates in these last 2 weeks. Not exciting ones, but just little life boring ones. But I feel like we should get on with our episode.
Yes, should we do in this week's episode of Being a Dumb Bitch first?
Yes. Let's start with our favourite feature. Hit me with
Okay.
it.
In this week's episode of Being a Dumb Bitch, I flooded the office. So,
Please, how and why?
water machine, jug. I tried to get some water and it slipped and I tried to catch it. And the water pressure when it hit the ground burst the plastic. The water sprayed everywhere. There was a pupil in the office getting told off at the time. This is a teacher then. And the teacher telling them off just looked at me, rolled his eyes, and walked out. The whole floor was wet and the office isn't big. And everyone came in, I heard. And as everyone came in, I heard 5 separate, oh, you had an accident
Oh,
jokes.
man. The thing I'm thinking about is the splashback from the jug. Like, were you wet for the whole day?
Yeah, from the fridge as well. That would have been cold water.
That's peak.
And now you've broken the fridge water filter
The jug,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nightmare. That's just not what you need.
But that's actually just an innocent mistake, man. Like, it's innocent. I wouldn't say it's a dumb bitch. It's actually an innocent mistake. Like, shit slips, shit breaks.
Yeah. I've not done anything like that in the office. Like, I've never made a mess. Touch wood.
I don't think I have either. There's the first time for everything, though.
God forbid. Actually, I have. Do you know when you pour the water? Do you have the water filters at work? The taps, sorry, that do hot, cold, and sparkling.
Yeah.
And do you know sometimes when mine is broken all the time, but when you pull it, it goes. Pew!
Oh no!
That has happened to me before, and it went all up the wall and everything. But I was like, whatever, it will dry. See you later. It's just not my problem. Yeah, man. Love that though. Keep sending them in, guys, to grownupsthepodcast@gmail.com, or you can send it into our Insta at grownupsthepodcast.
So we actually got sent in a story. So following from the episode where I was talking about my dates, we got sent in a date story. So I've seen like what the context is, but I haven't actually read the story. So I'm finding out about this in real time too.
Love that.
But this person said, so this person listened to the episode and the person said, it reminded me of a date I went on that was peak. So for context, I met this girl when I went on holiday to Morocco. We were staying at the same hotel. This is kind of sexy. I kind of like it already. I love me a holiday romance.
I was about to say the same thing, but Billy is sat in the same room as me right now, and I was going to be like,
I said it for you, don't worry. Okay. We got on really well. and had a couple of dates in Morocco. Oh, love it.
Wow. Ah, that is cheeky.
Cheeky, cheeky. She lived in Derby. Is it Derby or Derby? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I'm actually not sure. I'd go Derby.
She lived in Derby, so we were going to continue seeing each other when we were back home. So when we got back, I was planning a date. She was adamant that we have our date in Leicester because she didn't want her family seeing us in Derby and finding out because of cultural differences. Okay. So I had to drive an hour to collect her. So an hour to collect her, then come back to Leicester another hour. We had our date and then drive her back to Derby and then drive myself back to Leicester. Sorry, this person is doing cross country.
Why can't she get a fucking public transport? Sorry, why am I
Get on the train, innit? What the hell?
Honestly,
if it's your family, that's the problem.
She must have mesmerized you in Morocco. Wow.
I was doing up Uber driver the whole day. Brackets, Meggie, don't settle for no bus. That's why. Okay, thank you. I will force my dates to come pick me up.
Yeah, boy, princess treatment.
Isn't it? Anyways, but imagine 4 hours of driving for a mid-date. I paid for all the date activities and meals too. We had lunch.
And the petrol. Please don't forget the petrol.
We had lunch and dinner. It was so peak for the bank account, I can't lie. Anyways, she really enjoyed the day and said it was the best date she'd ever been on, which was nice to hear. But the vibes just weren't the same for me. And the cash loss. Should have known it wasn't the one from when she told me she didn't like dogs. That's a big red flag. Yep.
Oh my God. Do you know what? I actually feel so sorry for guys. I don't agree. I know I'm not on the dating scene, so it's different for me. And if I was on the dating scene, I might feel differently about this. But I do not agree with men paying for dates. I think it's wild. Like, you'll be broke. One date, bruv, if me and Billy go on a date, like maximum, I'd say once a month, like a proper date, a meal out, you're spending hundreds of pounds.
I know. I do think though, like, well, we disagree on this. Like, sorry to this poor man. I'm joking.
I feel like it's so different because I'm not on the dating scene.
No, I do get it, because if I'm thinking if I was about to out myself. if I was a man and I was going on these dates where I'm paying for stuff, yeah, it would be expensive, but I would just date a little bit more intentionally. But anyways, we can talk about that on a fundamental level a bit more. But this person obviously caught a vibe with this girl abroad. I will say, I've been in this situation. Remember that guy I dated from Thailand?
Yeah.
Such good vibes in Thailand. Like, honestly, like such a fun person, such good energy, all of that. And then we get here and I'm like, you're kind of boring. like you're not the same person that, like, I don't know. I think people really have a holiday personality.
100%.
And it's such a shame.
When you're on holiday, the vibes are just fantastic. How could you be on holiday and not be happy? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But how can you be with me and not be happy? Do you know what I mean?
It's true. What was he doing?
I don't get how people's personality switches like that. Like, you must hate your life here if your personality is that shit. Fresh from a holiday when you come back.
Yeah, it's true. That's very weird.
Yeah.
Mad. See, be careful with these holiday romances, guys. Sometimes I just feel like a holiday romance should stay on holiday because they are like that little bubble of like excitement and...
I completely agree. And my most successful stories are people that I'll probably never see again in my life. But we had a lovely time abroad wherever we were.
Yeah, for a reason and a season, as they say, whatever the saying is.
Come on.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, this is like so TMI, but I hope he got to pipe at least. Do you know what I mean? Like on the holiday or something at least to make those hours worth it.
For a 4-hour round trip. I'm thinking of the miles.
The miles on it, the journey is just you did that journey from Leicester all the time. Like, it's just such a long thing. Like,
absolutely not. And then lunch and dinner for 2 people.
Nah.
That's crazy.
I can't lie.
That's crazy.
I feel like if I was on a date with a guy and we're doing up lunch I don't know. I've never been on a date with a guy where we're doing up lunch and dinner. Like that seems a bit excessive.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is a lot. This is why I always try to schedule dates for like where it's either in the evening, where I know it's going to be a one activity thing.
Yeah.
We don't need to extend dates to more than 3-4 hours. Although, but this is different because this person actually knew the person already from Morocco. They already had a vibe. Yeah, no, that's really peak. I can't lie. I'm sorry.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Red flag. And also, sorry, just adding to this, me personally, as soon as there was like an issue where they didn't want me being in the area, it would be a no from me.
Yeah.
I'm not about secrets. I'm an open book.
Sorry, I'm not going to be your little secret. The thing is, I get it because it's like cultural,
Yeah.
but then it just would never work for me anyways.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Nah, man.
Yeah. Best of luck on your next date adventures, though.
Yeah, keep us posted
when you're not doing it. It's like kids are excited when they're not yours. That's how I feel about dating. Oh man, into a dilemma though. So this person says, "Hi girls, happy Monday. Happy Monday. It's actually a Friday for us, but when you guys will listen, it will be a Monday. In last week's episode, someone wrote in about being paid less than a colleague. Well, I've been at my firm for 5 years now, and I recently helped to hire someone I knew into the same role as me in my team. We are a growing team, so always need more hands on deck. Only issue is, I found out they're being paid more than me because they negotiated their salary. I've tried this internally, but because I've been here for 5 years and they know I'm comfortable, they always shut it down. I think if I'm ever to be paid the top wage for what I do, I'll have to jump firms. If you girls had to choose between comfort or salary, what would you do?"
Comfort or salary?
I think it depends on what the salary is. If it's 5 to 10k, realistically, when you look at that monthly, it's not that much. Maybe 10k. No, even 10k, because I've had a 10k pay rise. It's not
I've
that
had
much.
a 10k pay rise. It doesn't make that much of a difference.
Bruv, yeah.
But we're also big spenders, Ellie. But still, it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Sis, got paid today, yeah? By the time I paid my debts and my credit card, I said, wow, can it be next month?
Sorry guys, on a side note, we'll come back to this dilemma. But me and my friend you froze, we both have Amex, and we keep having a monthly target to not go above that. We've been having this monthly target for like 6 months. We've never reached it. Something just gets in the way. And I don't know how I do it. I actually don't know how I do it.
No. Life is expensive.
It is. And I'm single. I don't even have to buy boyfriends presents or anything, Ellie. Like, I have no responsibilities.
Who buys their boyfriends presents?
Sorry, I forgot you fake buy boyfriend presents. Like,
sis, honestly, what is going on? Life is too expensive at the moment.
It is.
And I'm thinking about like when I have a house and I'm paying a mortgage.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. No update on that either. I mean, things are moving, so who knows? Crazy. But yeah, on this one, me personally, it depends on the salary. If it's going to be life transforming, then... Does that make sense? Life transforming, yeah. Then I would, yes. Because, like, can you really be comfy if you're poor?
No. Not for me anyways. You don't want to sit on a cardboard box. You want to sit on a sofa.
Indeed. So, me personally, it depends on the salary increase and whether it's worth a little bit of pain before you get comfy again. And also, I have heard, I don't know about you, listen to this, yeah? So there was this girl in my firm. She is a graduate with me, but she started 6 months earlier. She left the firm and went to a competitor. She hated it. So she wanted to come back, yeah? And because she left, she came back within, I'm saying maximum 3 months.
Oh, man.
She got a pay rise. So she gets paid more than me because she left and came back. Bear in mind, she was dying to come back because she hated her new role. Mad, innit? I personally wouldn't risk it because it won't be, as I say, life transforming. I'm not going to move to come back. I'm not about that anyway, because I think it makes you look a little bit scatty, personally, in that short of time succession. But yeah, mad.
Well, what I will say about this particular dilemma is I don't think you're comfortable where you are anyways, because they don't respect you. Like, they don't value you. If they've promoted other people on your level and they're refusing to promote you because you've never asked for a promotion. What kind of company culture is that? And I also think it depends how old this person is. Like I assume most of our listeners are around our age group. So if not, then ignore what I'm saying. But if this person is, then you need to change jobs anyways. You're going to change jobs to get more experience anyway. So just see this as 5 years is a really good time to spend at a company. Like you've done your dues, you've gotten your experience. Go and find a new challenge elsewhere that will pay a bit more.
Yeah, although at the moment I'm hearing of so many redundancies. You've said it. My manager said it about his. My manager said it. Sorry, guys, I'm so waffling on this episode. My manager said it about his wife. So I was on the phone to him the other day, and he was like, "Oh yeah," because we were talking about looking rough. I can't remember why. I think because I had a cold, and I was like, "I'm not turning my camera on because I'm going to be sat there at a big screen with my mouth open, like not attractive." And he was like, "Don't." He was like, "My wife had an interview, and she had a cyst. She was like this with one eye."
No. That's guys, getting a cyst on your eye is actually like, I'd rather acne. Like that's actually so bad. That's so terrible.
Yeah. And he was saying because people at her firm are being made redundant, and so she's quickly looking for jobs elsewhere. And I was like, shit, when you have a mortgage and a kid, that is the scariest thing ever.
It really is. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary because when people were getting made redundant at my job, like I was panicking, and I don't have I mean, I have shit to pay for, but it's not like I have kids to feed. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, because I really haven't been saving like that. Like I'm like thinking about like, no, you actually need to be serious about your Amex goals because this is like this could be you. But I quickly got over that.
She was like, well, shit, let me spend some more to make myself feel better. I could be made redundant.
I did buy myself a new pair of heels because every time I like have a speaking engagement, I treat myself to something as a well done, and it's a work fit. It's something that I'll wear at work. So like in my head, I'm like, girl maths is like I didn't really spend money, but
it makes sense.
Aldo have these pillow walk shoes.
Oh,
they've got loads of different colors, like loads of different designs, different heights. I bought this gorgeous red pair that I wore today.
I'm so feeling red at the moment.
Oh, Ellie, I'll send you a picture after. It's so gorgeous. Like, don't ask me how much it was, but it's nice. It's worth every penny.
I love it. I bought my first trench coat. I've been dying for a trench coat for about 10 years. Yes. And I just feel, even though I'm looking bummy, I still feel cute. Do you know what I mean?
It's the statement items that make you feel better.
I've worn like the same outfit, like black top, jeans, obviously different ones every day. My trench coat and my Birkenstocks, you know, like the clog Birkenstocks.
Yeah.
For like the last 5 days. Every time I've left the house, I'd be like, yeah, this is such an easy outfit and I look put together.
And you feel good, do you not? So come on.
Yeah, girl, treat yourself. I'm excited to see these shoes though. Send me a picture after this.
Yeah, I will.
No, actually, I do not wear heels. I should not be treating myself to heels. Anyways, let's jump into our poll. Our poll is so on topic at the moment. My sister works in a school, yeah? Let's call her school like, I don't know, Little Stars or something. I've heard of a nursery called that. So they've been saying that people who go to that school have the Little Stars cold.
Oh my gosh.
I have the Little Stars cold for 2.5 weeks.
No. I feel like colds are lasting way longer than they used to, you know?
Tell me about it. I have not been sick all year. I think it's because I've not taken any annual leave. Why is it? As soon as you take annual leave, your body's like, well, here you go. I'm going to kill you off.
Yeah. Why?
But in all fairness, last year when I took my annual leave, I was on holiday and I was blowing my nose on my sunbed and it was just so unattractive.
Fam, when I went to Tanzania and I met Angel, I don't even get ill like that, but it was like my annual illness that I get. I was on that sunbed like fighting for my life, but I was like, I've got this beautiful view and I feel like oh shit.
Yeah, it's peak. So I'm hoping that now I've been sick for almost going on 3 weeks, I won't be sick when I go on holiday in December.
Yeah.
So hopefully I get to enjoy my sunbed this year.
Yes.
We shall see. But the poll was, if you are sick, are you going into the office to show face or staying at home and not spreading your germs?
I feel so strongly about this.
Me too. What are you saying?
fucking stay at home.
Yeah, and do you reckon everyone else said that too?
I would hope so.
They did. Only 9% said going into the office to show face.
People are lying.
1% said go home.
Because a lot of my friends go into the office when they're ill.
Me, I even had to just cough. No, so many people come to it pisses me off. Get out my face.
Bruv, even with friends, yeah. Like, I've said to friends, if you're, like, I've had dinners at mine or whatever. I'm like, if you're coughing up the gaff, like, it's a small flat, stay at home. Like, I actually love you down. But if you're ill, I actually don't want to meet up with you.
No.
Unless you're like at the end stages of your illness where it's like you're coughing a little bit here and there, but you're not, you know, when people are contagious, like you've got fever and everything, you're wiping your nose like every 10 seconds. Stay at home.
I honestly, when I first started my job, I just feel like times have changed so much in the last 3 years because I started my job just like after COVID. I feel like people were still in that olden time era. Whereas like the further and further we've got away from COVID, people are so like pro not coming into the office. I just feel like things have really transformed. But when I first started, I felt like I had to be in because you're still like forming that track record.
Yeah.
So I do hear it when you're a bit worried that people are going to think you're just making it up to have a day off or to work from home.
Yeah.
I hear it, but it drives me nuts. Like sit in a corner by yourself, get out of my face, or like join a Teams call and prove that you're sick. I just don't want to catch it.
The thing is, so I feel really passionate about this, and I was talking to Lucia about it, who's a teacher, and she was saying like, yeah, but then we have to get a supply teacher, and that costs the school. Like, she's like, if I'm ill for 2 weeks and I'm coughing up the gaff for 2 weeks, I can't be off school for 2 weeks on sick leave. Like, I can be off for one day every now and again. So I do think my opinion has changed in terms of that, because I know like a nurse as well, like it's not easy to replace a nurse or a doctor or a surgeon or whatever, I don't know, but you office people, stay at home. Stay at home.
I'm with you. With schools it don't matter because those kids are going to be ill every day. My nephews always have something.
It's true. It's so true.
Always. But yeah, the nurse one is wild actually because you can't have 2 weeks off, but then you're spreading illness in hospitals. That's crazy.
In a hospital, yeah. I don't know.
Girl.
But I feel like nurses' immune systems must be well higher than anyone else's, no?
Yeah, I would assume so. And because they don't rest, because they work so hard, I bet their bodies just don't let them get ill.
Well, let's hear from a nurse.
Yeah. Do we have any nurse listeners? Tell us. On that note, you know what? Sorry. Side note, I have too many side notes. I went to an ear, nose, and throat specialist today because.
Did you?
Yeah, girl. You know I got dodgy hearing, innit? I've been at home for too long.
I know.
Talking like a proper cockney. My hearing is mad. Like people will be talking to me and I won't hear them, especially when they're on the other side of the office or like the other side of the bank of desks. And so I said, I need to get this checked. I went to my local GP. Can't remember if I told you this. He had a quick look. He was like, it's going to be waxed. It's always waxed. I was like, it probably is. Yeah, fine. Clear it out. He had a look and he was like, oh. He was like, it's not waxed. Like, your ears look weird.
What?
Yeah, he was like, basically, my canals looked like they were closing. And he was like, it's typical with people who can't. Do you know when you blow your nose and your ears pop? He was like, it's typical with people who can't pop their ears. And I was like, no, I can pop my ears. Anyway, I went to the ear, nose, and throat specialist today. This is grim. I'm so sorry, but such is life.
Yeah.
And he was like, you have a lot of wax. I didn't even get to see it. I wanted to see it.
But you have a lot of what?
Wax. When the other guy was like, it's not wax. But I don't know, maybe it just accrued.
Okay.
And he got it all out. And it just felt amazing.
How did he get it out?
He sucked it out. I've never had that before. I've had a syringe where they pop it out. Like years and years ago. Yeah, like a suction. It was going...
Like a Hoover?
Yeah.
Does that not hurt?
It did in one ear, but it didn't in the other. And then I put my earphones in, yeah? I think I've got a problem with my left ear because it hurt in my left ear. I think I actually do have a problem. It hurt in my left ear. And when I put my earphones in on the train home... my left ear was not as loud as my right ear was. My right ear was so loud. I was like, wow, this is what I've been missing out on in life.
Oh my God. That's mad.
But he also looked at my nose, yeah? And he was like, have you got a cold? I was like, no. Because I didn't want him to think like I'd come in with a cold. But I am at that end stage where like I'm no longer blowing my nose. Like it's done now. But I was like, I don't want him to think I'm spreading germs. I was like, no. And he was like, oh, you might have hay fever. I was like, yes, maybe. But yeah, side note.
Is this through your insurance as well?
No, it's NHS.
Oh, I didn't know there was specialists like this. That's so cool. I don't know. It sounds horrible. It sounds disgusting.
It's like, I really wanted to see it though. Like, guys, I'm sorry, I'm that person. Like,
no, I want to see it too.
Yeah, picking scabs, popping spots. Like, I am that dirty bitch. Even though I have OCD, weird. But I really wanted to see it, and I didn't get to see it.
You know what? I don't know why this just reminded me, but because also I'm like a really clean person as well, so it's disgusting that I was like really like ooh by this. But I got sunburn on my scalp when I went to Brazil, and the scalp like layer like comes off. Yeah, and I was like peeling it, and I got Niddy to film it because I was like, it's just so satisfying.
It is
so disgusting though. What the hell?
Yeah, I do find shit like that satisfying. I'm not even gonna lie. Sorry. Just is what it is.
Yeah.
But a few people did send in like not their horror stories, but like their stories of people coming into the office when they're sick.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, what did they say?
They did indeed. People love to give a little bit extra. I like it. Someone said Christmas parties are the worst. Every year, people come for the free drink and alcohol, whether they're sick or not, and wipe everyone out. One year, out of a team of 20 people, there were 5 people in my team still standing after our work Christmas party.
Who was the super diseaser? Who was patient 0? Because what the hell?
That doesn't surprise me. We've had that in the office where there's been a super spreader and it's literally not wiped out. We haven't had it where it's wiped out and people can't work. But like everyone is sniffling.
This is what I'm saying. Stay at home.
Yeah. Stay at home. It's not cool.
It's not. It's actually not. Someone said, there is this one older man in the office who will come in when he's clearly full of a cold and he insists on blowing his nose extremely loud at the desk with dried up tissue all day long. No antibac on the desk, no getting up to wash his hands in between. It's so gross.
I draw the line.
The line has been drawn.
That is just... So my sister always... Obviously, sometimes, yeah. We've discussed this before, actually. You hate it when people sniff in it.
I hate it when people sniff. Let it out.
I hear it. But I have, like, not a phobia, but, like, I cannot stand when people blow their nose. It makes me feel like I'm going to vom.
I feel like I'm going to vom when people sniff. Like, it's like I can taste it in my throat.
No, it is jarring. I'm not gonna lie, I do hear you. It is jarring. When you got someone there was one time I was going into work and someone on the train next to me was going, and I was like, I literally want to kill him. He needs to stop.
You better be crying because I hate it. I fucking hate it.
But then on the train home, I don't know why, my nose started running. It happened to me, and I was like, oh my god, it's horrible because I know I'm annoying people. But yeah, one of my sisters when I was little always used to shout at me for blowing my nose because she said it makes her feel sick, and now I just can't do it in front of people.
Oh my god, not her traumatizing you.
Yeah. The other day, I took Billy's niece's pumpkin picking. We're in the car, and we got to we had like 2 pit stops to pick up all the nieces, and we got to the second house that we needed to be at, and everyone got out of the car, and Billy was like, what took you so long to get out of the car? I was like, I needed to be by myself to blow my nose. Like...
Oh my gosh.
The whole journey I had to hold my nose. So I was like, I can't do it in front of people. Yeah, trauma. What else did people say? So someone said, I once got sick off the back of a stag do. I tried to be polite and not go into the office, but the whole team thought I had just fobbed off work because I was hungover. Yeah. The next day, I went in to show them how ill I was, and they sent me straight home. Such a waste of my day, but sometimes you have to go in so they know it's real. This is what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, I actually do hear that one. Because after a holiday, it's so suspicious.
Yeah, without a doubt. You do look like you're just...
But sometimes you actually do just get ill after a holiday because you've been doing nonsense and you haven't slept properly or whatever.
Yeah, or because you've rested, your body just shuts down.
Yeah, it's a coincidence, but it does happen.
Yeah, I think people just need to keep themselves to themselves, man. Like, worry about your own business. If someone says they're sick, get over it.
Exactly. Someone said, once I was feeling super exhausted but went to work anyways and ended up fainting. Oh my God.
Have you ever fainted before?
No.
It's so embarrassing.
I bet, because like you actually just lost control. What does it feel like? I don't know. It sounds kind of fun.
No, it is not. I think I fainted 3 times in my whole entire life. It is so embarrassing because you're just on the floor.
No, it is sorry, it's never happened to me, but I've seen people faint and like everyone's on you and you wake up. Like, I imagine. Like,
And
raw.
yeah, it's just like, do you know when you get up too quick and everything goes black?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. Everything just goes black and then all of a sudden. And I feel quite like nauseous.
Wait, why do you faint? What triggers you to faint?
No idea. I did it twice in one day when I was really young. And like, I can't remember if I told the story. Basically, I remember distinctly, I was at Boost in Westfield with my sister, getting a smoothie.
Yeah.
And I just collapsed. I said, Chloe, catch me. She laid me on the floor because she's done first aid training. I was like, Chloe, sit me down, yeah? She fucking laid me on the floor in the middle of Stratford, Westfield.
Yeah, see, it's just drawing attention, isn't it?
I said, I hate you. So obviously I tried to get up really quickly, relieve myself. Then we went into Claire's. I was young. Obviously, I do not shop in Claire's anymore. Please respect me.
Claire's was the shit back then.
It was, but now it's like, ick. Please,
Yeah.
my ears are special. I can't be putting green stuff on them. So then we went into Claire's and I think I got my ears pierced. And I've passed out. And I fell into a display and took out a whole display.
Did you actually?
And it gets worse because I remember I had these trainers, these Puma trainers. Everyone hated them, but I loved them. They were like the thing. Everyone had them, but my sister just couldn't get over it. And she turned around, she saw my trainers and thought it was a man. So she ran out. And then she was like, where's Ellie?
No.
And then I took out, because you know how they hang up all their displays by like metal clip-ons?
Yeah.
I took it out. I wiped it out.
No, Ellie, not in Claire's.
In Claire's. And then the other time was like maybe, I don't know, a year ago, me and Billy, or whenever Black Panther 2 came out. So maybe a couple years ago now.
Oh, that was a while ago, yeah.
So me and Billy went to the cinema to watch it. And there was so many queues. Like everyone was coming to see this movie. We were almost at the front of the queue. And I'm like to Billy, babe, I don't feel good. And he's like, Ellie, I've queued for ages. We're almost at the front of the queue. Like, sort yourself out. Because I'm always saying I'm sick. I'm like, baby, my neck's hurting, my back's hurting, my head's hurting. And he's like, for fuck's sake, shut up.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, Billy, I'm telling you, I don't feel good. So I walked away from him because I was like, what a dick. As I'm walking to find a seat, bing! Just passed out.
From what, though?
That day, I had bare sesame because I had sesame ice cream before. And I wasn't sure if I was allergic to sesames.
Wait, this is so jokes.
Yeah, I just don't know. And it was so embarrassing. We missed the first bit of the movie, A, and B, everyone was looking at me like, this bit.
Yeah, no, okay, maybe I don't want to faint.
Yeah, so I feel this girl at work. Oh! That is so embarrassing. And it's so dangerous as well, because you could fall onto like a desk or something.
Oh my God, crack your head and die.
Yeah. My mind does that all the time. I'm like, Billy took forever. The other day he went to drop my sister home and he wasn't home for like half an hour. And I was like, he didn't take his phone. And I was like to my mum, oh my God, what if he's gone through a car accident and died and he can't call me? And he's all by himself. This happens to me all the time.
I used to have the biggest fear of like any of that. And I've started watching Grey's Anatomy, which is a show about hospitals where like that's happening all the time. Where it's like freak accidents though. Like there was one where it was like a school bus crash and a pencil went in someone's eye, which is disgusting. But it like got a main artery and that was it. They were like paralyzed for the rest of their lives. Couldn't speak, nothing.
Mad. Absolutely mad. It does make you like really appreciate life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mad. But I need to stop having these thoughts. They're a bit intrusive.
Yeah.
It's a bit much.
I know.
Yeah, someone else said, I am staying home if I'm not sick. Oh, someone said I'm staying home if I'm not sick. That's so funny. I thought they were saying if I'm sick, I'm staying home. But they're like, no, if I'm
staying
not
home
sick,
regardless.
Yeah, I'm staying home.
Yeah.
I hear it. I do love
Have you ever lied about being sick? I feel like you definitely haven't.
Only once.
Wait, when?
And do you know what? It was a year or so ago. And it was only because I had an extracurricular project that I hadn't finished. So I was sick. I remember it was when my sister's house got burgled. I'm just talking so much.
Oh, I remember this. No, I remember it.
Yeah, I had an
Yeah.
awful weekend, and I was like, I've got so much work to do. So I pretended that I was sick on the Monday and did bits and bobs that were like extra.
You still did work though. It doesn't
Yeah,
count.
I did.
It doesn't count. You stayed at home. You just didn't want to be bothered, but you worked.
Yeah.
So
What a
like-
loser.
You said it, not me.
Have you?
No.
No. We were literally
never
talking
have.
about this downstairs in the kitchen. And Billy and my sister were like, today, they were like, bruv, you have an allocated number of sick days, or at least my sister does as a
know.
teacher. And she was like, why would you not take that?
Do you know what? In my previous job, I should have. Now I feel like if I'm sick, it's actually I'm fucked, because now my projects are all behind. Bruv, I'm at the point where I'm even scared of taking annual leave at this point.
Tell me about it. Guys, I had to take some annual leave this week and last week, yeah. And the panic. I was like, who's going to take my projects? Who's going to do this? I was like, bruv, they're going to have to deal with it. But yeah, you literally can't take annual leave.
It's a problem.
It is indeed.
Someone said during COVID, a colleague came to work still having COVID. I left. He was sneezing all over the place.
That's grim.
That's disrespectful, actually. You don't care about my life.
I am talking so much. This actually happened in my firm. Someone was sitting at a desk next to a pregnant lady.
Oh,
and she was like,
rude.
Oh no, my parents have just texted me. I saw them on the weekend and they've got COVID. And the pregnant lady got up and moved.
I'm leaving the building.
Yeah, that's rude. My firm still allow people to have 5 days off if they've got COVID, like work from home. They tell you not to come into the office. But who's testing?
This is what someone at work also got COVID the other day, and I was like, how did you find out? Like, are we testing for COVID still?
Yeah, like, do they even... Bruv, I'm not gonna lie, if you tell me you've got COVID, I know you're fishing for a day off because you've purposely tested to prove that you have COVID.
Yeah, man. Be at home though. In conclusion, guys, be at home if you can. If your job allows you to work from home, don't come into the office. And it's not even just the office. I get mad on the train or on the bus when people are sneezing up next to me, coughing up next to me. Like, stay at home if you can. And if not,
wear a mask.
Cover your mouth. Wear a mask if you can. Like, cough over there. Let's open a window. Like, do you know what I mean? Have some decorum.
I'm so with you. It's actually grim. So grim. But yeah, guys, that was a lovely episode. Somehow, bruv, I think because I haven't spoke to you probably for 2 weeks, I'm just like throwing everything at you.
No, me and Ellie are going to a spin class tomorrow morning, guys. That's how we're kicking off our weekend. So we'll keep you updated on next week's episode of how that went. I'm nervous because Meggie is an avid spinner and I am not. My quads, there's no muscle there. Listen, it'll be a laugh. It will be. I love spin though. I like that one. On that note, have a fantastic week, everyone. Please send your dilemmas, your stories in this week's episode of Being a Dumb Bitch to grownutsthepodcast@gmail.com or DM us at grownutsthepodcast. Bye. Bye.